So this is day 2 of us following the process of putting together an informational writing piece. Yesterday you should have brainstormed some expert topics, some topics that you are familiar with that you could explain, something they're interested in, and then hopefully you were able to tell some supporting details or just some topics, for instance, under teaching that I could write about. And then you were supposed to yesterday choose the topic that you are going to be doing. So if you haven't done that, choose your topic, and then moving forward today, we're going to go based off of that topic for the rest of the week and do some writing. So for Tuesday, if you come here after you watch this video, you go to these informational writing planning slides. This is the assignment for the week, and this is going to help you organize and brainstorm and write a rough draft, some ideas on slides. So if you can look here, here is the outline of the schedule for the week, and you'll see on Tuesday we're going to map out the plan and draft at least 2 body paragraphs. We're going to do 3 body paragraphs total, so tomorrow you can finish your 3rd and final body paragraph and write an introduction paragraph. I'll have a video and some lessons, some slides on the intro tomorrow, so don't do that yet. Thursday, you are going to write your conclusion. Don't go ahead and do that yet. And then you'll revise and edit. And finally, on Friday, you'll do a draft, a final draft, which you could just use these planning slides to help you. And so today, for Tuesday, we're going to download and have this as an organizer. These are Google Slides that you will type on and come up with your plan. And so for this, today, you can see we're going to decide on our big topics, add some supporting details, and begin writing your body paragraph. So for this, thinking about your expert topic and what you're knowledgeable about, and then this is similar to what you did yesterday. You're going to choose your topic in basically body paragraph 1, 2, and 3. And so here, there's going to be a draft, rough draft slide where it says, do not write your introduction until Wednesday. On Tuesday, you're going to do the body paragraph. So this first slide, you're not going to write on today. That's for your introduction. Today is your first body paragraph and your second body paragraph, which that's what I'll be explaining today. And then on Wednesday, you'll do your 3rd body paragraph and your introduction, which once again is at the beginning here. And then on Thursday, you'll wrap up with your conclusion. So there's 5 total paragraphs. All you need to do today is the first body paragraph and the second body paragraph, which I will show you an example of the one that I did. And then this is something you will use throughout the week as your planner. So for me, there was my example of what you did yesterday, and then my example today for these slides. You can see is this idea where we're going to plan. If it helps you to sketch out the idea and draft a little bit on other paper, you may, but really you're going to use these slides to help you. And so I'm going to choose my expert topic of baseball. Okay, I put that up here, and I'm brainstorming what about baseball could I tell about? Infielders, outfielders, pitchers, catchers, those different positions. I could write a paragraph about each of those. The rules to baseball, how you score and get runs. I could talk about the major leagues and playoffs and the World Series and how you win a championship. I could talk about equipment. So for this slide, just brainstorm some things about your topic that you could talk about. And then I'm going to narrow it down to 3. Remember yesterday you did 4 bullet points. I'm going to do the 3 that I'm interested in right here. And so you will have an empty version of this right here that you can actually click in and edit. And so I'm going to show you 2 examples. For instance, if I were to do swimming, the 3 main areas that I can type about are competitions, practice for swimming, and equipment. And within each of those topics, each of those 3 are going to be paragraphs. And so those are my 3 body paragraphs in the middle. Your intro and conclusion are like the bread of the sandwich, and in the middle are the body paragraphs. Today, if you look, if I were to do swimming and talk about competitions, what in that paragraph could I talk about when I talk about competitions? Well, swim meets and racing, and as a team, when you compete and go to these meets, I could write about that in this first body paragraph. Also, a good part about swimming is in order to train, you have to practice. And so if you're on a team, you would know about these details. And you might include in this second body paragraph writing about how you have to get up early in the morning for practice sometimes. In the summer, if you're on a swim team, you might have to, as you move on and get more competitive in middle school, high school, even college, you might have to lift weights and train and do different practices in the water. And then my third and final paragraph would be about equipment. What do you need to swim? And I would include those details. For me, my specific example is baseball. I narrowed down from my choices here. My three things I'm going to write about is pitchers, catchers, and batters. I just chose this, and I am writing informing, giving introduction to people that maybe don't know about baseball, or maybe they do, but you are going to teach them specific things about it, or at least tell them about it as an expert. So I played baseball growing up, so I can talk about several of these things. So for my first paragraph, my first body paragraph, I'm going to talk about the pitchers, what kind of pitches they throw, and they can throw a strike, or if it's not over the plate, they can throw a ball, the different roles that pitchers play. Catchers, I could talk about the equipment that they have to wear, calling a game, selecting pitches, base runners, and then batters, the type of hits, stealing bases, and the batting average that tells about how successful you are as a batter. And so I narrowed it down to those three different body paragraphs: pitchers, catchers, batters. Here are my supporting details. And then what I did is this slide you'll see right here. This is your introduction slide, which you'll do later. Today, you're just going to focus on the three body paragraphs. Really only two of them today you have to do. You'll do two body paragraphs today and one tomorrow, along with your introduction tomorrow. So if you could see, for example, I wrote about pitchers. And so I'm going to read this and show you what a body paragraph, it might not be this long. It shouldn't be too much longer than this, though. It says, and remember, this first topic, I'm talking about pitchers here. So you're actually going to fill this organizer in and then use that to help you out. So here's my first body paragraph. Since a great deal of importance falls upon the pitchers during a baseball game, the best athletes at this position develop the ability to throw the ball in a variety of ways. Standing in the center of the infield on the pitcher's mound, this fierce competitor faces batters with a diverse range of methods to throw the ball over home plate. A major league fastball is thrown with as much force as possible, sometimes exceeding 100 miles per hour. A curveball is thrown with a downward spin. It causes the ball to drop and then move to the side suddenly as it crosses the plate. Another method that can be used to throw the ball is called a changeup. This pitch appears like it's coming to the plate as a fastball. The speed is slower in an attempt to fool the batter. Successful pitchers are able to use a combination of different pitches in order to make it difficult for batters to hit the ball successfully. So for this, I didn't do research. I just knew about this topic, and so I talked about the different things, some of the different pitches. This is not all. There's other types of pitches, but I took, the three most, the ones that I knew the most about, and I told about that. All I'm doing, and you can see I tried to make it sound a little bit like a story, where it says standing at the center of the infield on the pitcher's mound, a fierce competitor, and I talked about this in a way that tried to use an interesting way, not just facts and details, but that's my first body paragraph. My second body paragraph here is about a catcher and the role they play. And then my third body paragraph is about batting and the different types of outcomes you can have when you hit the ball, whether it's a walk, a strikeout, a single, double, triple, home run. So I'm not going to read all of these, but I'll read one more here. You can see, and this is going to be a paragraph. You're going to write on these slides as your rough draft. So I indented, and this is my second body paragraph. Most players, coaches, and fans familiar with baseball understand that the catcher plays an important role on the baseball diamond. So what I want you to know is the first sentence in your body paragraph should kind of be like a topic sentence. You may have heard that before. What is the topic you're going to be focusing on for this second body paragraph? For me, I'm going to talk about how the catcher plays an important role on the baseball diamond. I'm going to make sure that all of my supporting details talk about what the catcher does and how it's important. So you should have an introduction sentence called a topic sentence at the beginning of your paragraph. And then it says catchers flash pitchers a variety of signs with their fingers to communicate which pitch will be thrown next. So they might put a symbol up and with their finger, a 1 is a fastball, a 2 is a curveball, or they might change it up, but they communicate with the pitcher, which is very important, of course. The next sentence says the best major league catchers have a great deal of knowledge about the strengths and weaknesses of the pitching staff on their team. In other words, they know what the pitchers can do. In addition, effective catchers research batters to become familiar with the type of pitches that are most likely to be successful against each batter. Catchers must also have a strong arm, as they are often required to throw out runners when they are stealing bases. These are just a few of the many ways catchers can impact the outcome of the baseball game. So I gave 3 to 4 sentences about I gave my introduction topic sentence, and then I gave like 3 sentences or so telling about that topic, about why the catcher is important and the role that they play. And then my final sentence in the paragraph kind of sums it up, wraps it up. I said, these are just a few of the ways that catchers are very important. And so they impact the outcome that goes along with why they're important. So I wrap it up back to this, okay? And then the third body paragraph, you don't have to do till tomorrow. Really, if you could just focus on, remember, this first slide is your introduction slide. Don't work on that. First body paragraph today, second body paragraph today, okay? And then we'll do the third body paragraph and conclusion later on in the week. So this you will download. You'll have this as a blank template, and it says right here, you're going to fill in what are some things you know about your topic, what are the 3 body paragraphs going to be about, and then it says introduction here, so I'm going to skip that today. And then this first body paragraph on Tuesday, that's today, you can actually erase this and use this as you can hit tab and indent. This will be your first body paragraph. And then also try today to get to your second body paragraph, and that's it. And I will pace you along. So make sure that you've narrowed down today and you've done your first and second body paragraph. I know you'll do great. I can't wait to read what you guys have going on.